Welcome to this matchup today between Adair County and Washington County. Washington County comes to Columbia for this ball game. It had a 30-minute delay, had a little light rain, middle of the afternoon, and the Adair County coaching staff, players, ground crew, they've been out getting this thing ready to go and to be playable. Washington County's finishing taking their warm-up infield right now. Adair County's already had their warm-ups. Let's give you a little pre-game notion of what you've got here with the lineups. Washington County, they come in 9 and 11. They're in the 19th district, and they're coached by Ty Evington. They've won their last two. They beat Bardstown 4-3 and 9-1, and those would have been district games. Prior to that, they lost 4 in a row on their schedule. So again, Washington County, they come in 9 and 11. Adair County, 10 and 7 on the season. They're 1 and 3 in the district. They lost a pair against Camelsville, one here, one there. And one of those was a 10-inning game that we had right here on 101.9 FM. Great ball game. Indians come up short on a 4-2 score there. And then they go to Taylor County to make up the second of two in that district series. And Taylor County threw the big left-hander, McLean, and blanked the Indians 7-0 at Taylor County. So the Indians, with that one win over Taylor County, they're 1 and 3 in the district. They're coached by Ryan McQuarrie. Prior to or after the two games against Camelsville, they did beat Pulaski County 12-2, a really good win for the Indians, and then follow that up with a road victory at Clinton County 13-3. And again, their last contest was a 7-0 loss against the Taylor County Cardinals. Let's go over the lineup for the Indians. Alex Martin, who usually assumes the catching duties, he gets a break from that today. He'll be playing shortstop and leading off. Brayton Coomer, he'll hit in a 2-hole, and he'll be on the mound today. Bryce Russell hitting third, and he'll be at first base. Zane Gist hitting fourth. He'll assume the catching duties today. So it'll be Coomer and Gist will be your battery. Hitting fifth at third base, Aiden Smith. Hitting sixth, a designated hitter, Jasper Kemp. He'll be hitting for the right fielder, Isaac Rogers. Hitting seventh, Jagger Kemp. Jagger will be in left field. Brody Brock, he'll hit eighth in center field. And Dax Kahn will hit ninth. And Dax will be playing second base today. And so that's pretty much the lineup. Looking at some of the numbers for the Indians coming in, Bryce Russell at 407. 22 for 54, 19 RBIs, 7 doubles, and 6 home runs. Brayton Coomer, 486, 18 for 37, 17 runs batted in, 5 doubles, and 7 home runs. So between those two young men, they've driven in 36, 12 doubles, and 13 home runs. So some impressive numbers from those young men. Jasper Kemp checks in at 310, 13 for 42, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a home run. Aiden Smith, 286 batting average, 12 for 42, 8 walks, and he's 6 for 10 in stolen base attempts. Zane Gist, 286, 12 for 42, 17 runs batted in, 4 doubles, a pair of home runs, and a real threat on the bases. He's been successful 11 of 12 times. Alex Martin, 11 of 49 with 2 home runs, checks in at 224. Jagger Kemp at 270, Isaac Rogers at 148, Dax Kahn at 143. He's had limited opportunities, 21 at-bats, 3 hits, 6 runs batted in. So that's a quick look at your Indians and their lineup. Looking a little bit at Washington County, you got to really keep their leadoff hitter off base, Camden Abel. 13 stolen base successes in 13 attempts. So he is a base threat for sure. He's 22 for 62 on the year, 355. They're led in hitting by Dylan Mattingly, 28 for 70. He's hit a pair of home runs, 6 doubles, and 15 RBIs. So let's look at their lineup quickly. Camden Abel, he'll lead off at shortstop. Dylan Mattingly, he'll hit second, and he'll catch. Andrew Mackin, he'll be the pitcher today, hit third. Alex Blandford, he'll be your third baseman, hitting in the cleanup spot. Sebastian Saucedo, he'll be playing first base today, hitting fifth. Lance Coulter, second baseman, he'll hit sixth. Anthony Taylor, hitting seventh. In center field, Dax Humes, and he'll be your designated hitter. And J.T. Smith will hit ninth, and he will be in left field. They will designate, they will hit for Lance Mattingly, who will play in right field. Just a little bit about the pitching matchup today. Brayton Coomer, he's 2-1 on the year. He started 2 games. Brayton's been mostly used in relief this year. He's appeared in 8 games, 19 innings pitched, 10 hits, 10 runs, 12 walks, and versus 26 strikeouts. And Andrew Mackin, 5 games. He started 4. 20 innings pitched, giving up 30 hits, 22 earned runs, 5 base on balls, and 22 strikeouts. We're going to take an extended break for the national anthem, and after the anthem, we'll be back with first pitch here on the Indian Radio Network.
Batting 9th, playing left field, number 9, J.T. Smith. And playing right field.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
Affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at CISA.gov/secure-our-world. Then share them with family and friends.
We're back here. Brayton Coomer finishing taking his warm-up tosses on the mound. Gist behind the plate has not seen much action there today. Just snooping around and asking. Indians maybe just giving Alex a day off that is tough to do, catch every day. And giving him a break, and with Coomer going on the mound, he's going to get to start a shortstop today. So I'm not sure how much experience Gist has had back there, but we will keep an eye on him, and I'm sure he's excited for the opportunity as we're about ready to go here. And the last pitch going down here. And we talked a little bit before. Let's go around this diamond. Just got a, are those off? No, they're on. I just got a text that says it was my voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
The video's playing now.
Okay. Got somebody listening. And around the infield for the Indians, third to first, Aiden Smith at third base, Alex Martin at shortstop, Dax Kahn will be your second baseman, Bryce Russell at first base. Your battery, Coomer will throw to Gist in the outfield. You got Kemp in left, Brock in center, and Rogers in right field. So we are about to be underway here. Washington County, they'll have up Abel, Mattingly, and Mackin. And like you said, you want to keep this young man off base. He's 13 for 13 with stolen base opportunities this season. As we said, Washington County, they come in here 9 and 11. Here's Coomer. Here's a curveball. Here's a call strike at the knees. He's ahead, no balls and one strike. After a light rain this afternoon, skies are beautiful for baseball. Here's a curveball that hangs away for a ball. One ball and one strike. The flag in center field is virtually motionless as there is absolutely no wind today. I would say this will be a really slow infield with the wetness. Here's the 2-1 pitch, a curveball, swing and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Abel. As the coaching staff and the players, they really chipped in with, there's a high chop to third, and let's hope it goes foul. It does. Smith touches it. That'll be a wet baseball for sure. He's going to rub it up, give it back to Coomer. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're just underway. We had a 30-minute delay today because of field conditions. The coaches needed about a half hour with a little sun, and it looks like we're good to go. There's a curveball grounded foul over in that Adair County dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Coomer with a lot of breaking balls to Abel. Be curious to see right here what he comes back with. Don't want to go full for sure. Smith is back at third base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And it's a curveball that is going to hit Abel in the shoulder. It just didn't break. And Abel, what you don't want to do is put him on. He's 13 for 13, so I'm sure we're going to see him in a running situation here. So that's going to be a hit by pitch. It's going to bring up Dylan Mattingly. Mattingly, 28 for 70 on the year, 15 runs batted in, 6 doubles, and a pair of home runs. Pitch, fastball, upstairs, swing and a miss. Coomer got a little bit of a break there. Mattingly chased it. Fastball is awful enticing, especially with up around the letters. Abel with a relatively short lead over there. Coomer is going to check him. He's back easily. Washington County, they had lost 4 in a row until they swept a doubleheader against District 4 of Bardstown. 4-3 and 9-1 in those 2 games. They're 9 and 11 on the season. Indians 10 and 7. Slated to play Washington County yesterday, got moved to today. Abel with a good lead. There he goes. Here's a bunt back to the mound. Coomer's only play will be at first. His throw down there, out, and it was a half step as Mattingly got down the line. So that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. I think somebody missed the sign there because you're not sacrificing on a straight steal. And so Abel was a straight steal. I guess you could have been maybe trying to go first to third, but I think probably being around this game a long time, somebody missed the sign. And that works in the favor of the Indians as they do get an out. And that's going to bring up Andrew Mackin, the pitcher. Mackin, 299 on the year. 20 for 67, 22 RBIs, and 3 home runs. He digs in against Coomer. Here's the pitch. Fastball hangs outside. Coomer. He's in the stretch. Long look in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, I think Coomer from that swing, we'll see. He's going to work probably the outside corner. Mackin's looking to dead pull here. Coomer. He looks in. Smith's guarding the line. Here's a like a change up. Swings and misses. Coomer might have got away with one there. That ball's high and inside. Mackin swings through it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out. We're just underway. We had a 30-minute delay here. Here's a fastball. Swing and a miss right upstairs. Same place he chased the first one. He chases the second one. So that's going to be a strikeout for Coomer, his first of the day. We looked at Brayton's numbers. He has appeared in 8 games, only started 2, pitched 19 innings, allowed 10 hits, 10 runs, walked 12 versus 26 strikeouts. So the strikeout to walk ratio is very good for Brayton here. We've seen him mostly in relief this year. The curveball hangs outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Alex Blanford looking for a 2-out hit for Washington County. He does have a runner in scoring position. Coomer, he's going to step off. He steps back on. Swung on, a ground ball in the hole. Martin gets a glove on it, and that's going to prevent Washington County from scoring a run. It's going to be an infield single for Blanford, but a good job by Martin to at least get a glove on it. Aiden Smith retrieved it. We're going to give him an infield hit there. I think it would have been tough to throw him out. That's going to move Abel to third base. And that's going to bring up Sebastian Saucedo. Saucedo, he's hitting .255 on the year with 11 batted in. First and third situation. Gist is going to relay the signal. Will Adair County concede the base here? Coomer with the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul back. Saucedo did not have a good cut at that ball at all. Looked like he was falling backwards trying to swing. Let's see if Bray can go right after him. Coomer comes set. Runner at first and third. He's going to fake the throw to third. Step off. No throw. Coomer back on. No balls and a strike. He's ready to go. Saucedo hitting from the right side. Here's the pitch. Curveball. It's a high chopper. It's going to be a tough play for Martin. Martin gets to it, makes the play, and that's going to be the third out of the inning as he throws across to Bryce Russell on a good defensive play there by Alex Martin. So for Washington County, they get no runs. They get 1 base hit. They leave a runner. We played a half inning here at Adair County. No score at the Indians coming to bat.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a Real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California, and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a Real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly. Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/RealID or your local DMV.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Stream. Jared is manning the stream, and we're hooked up with the mics today. We're just doing YouTube only today, and you can watch that. You can go to YouTube, search WAIN Radio, and catch the live feed there. That's sponsored by First and Farmers National Bank, banking that's reliably simple. Check out all their services on the website, firstandfarmers.com. Jared and I are also high atop Adair County Stadium here, baseball field behind the middle school. And we're in the TJ Regional Health Broadcasting booth with 20 locations. TJ Regional Health promotes and provides for the health and wellness of the communities they serve. TJ Regional Health, total local care. And we'll try to hit our sponsors tonight pretty regularly. Gifts Construction, Franklin Nissan, Adair County PVA, Landon Edwards, who you will be hearing more frequently tonight. He's your scoreboard update. McDonald's, Cumberland Pipeline, Gypsy Jolie, Shop Local, Barger Insurance, First and Farmers National Bank, and we've got a long list, but we're ready to go. Alex Martin, he's going to lead it off for Adair County. Alex checking in at 224 on the year. Mack and Wines kicks, pitches up high for a ball. Martin digs back in. He hits from the right side. There's a 1-0 pitch. Swung on and foul straight back at us. 1 ball and 1 strike. We got Chili Bean behind the plate today. Anthony Childers. And the umpire in the field, I have seen him before, but I do not have a name. The 1-1 pitch stays upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. There's a swing and a miss on the 2-1 pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I want to personally thank Adair County Booster Club for providing me a great hamburger. Jared, I might have to provide you with one in a minute. Super. Should have got you one. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball. It's popped straight up. Saucedo's back. The second baseman, Coulter is going to drift over near the foul line and make a really good play back over his shoulder for the first out of the inning. Braden Coomer. Brayton with, he's only got 37 registered official at-bats this year because everybody's walking him intentionally. 18 for 37, 17 runs batted in, 5 doubles and 7 home runs. He's been on a heater for sure. Leads the state in home runs right now with 7. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a pitch. And this might be a unintentional, intentional walk is Mackin is nowhere near the strike zone. And there it is. 4 pitches, a foot or more off the plate. And you almost think it had to be intentional because looking at Mackin's numbers, he's only walked 5 batters in 20 innings of work. So he wasn't even near the strike zone right there. That brings up Bryce Russell. Coomer checks in leading the state in home runs. Russell checks in 3rd in the state in home runs. He's hit 6 himself. So this Indian team, they play big boy ball. They don't play small ball. Here's a curveball, falls in for a strike. Coach McQuarrie over at 3rd base. It's Martin over at 1st base. Still uses the number system. So you'll hear him bark out a 3-digit number. And it's a really good system as long as the other team don't get a copy of your wristband. We had that happen one time. Here's a pitch. Curveball down low. For example, he barked out 2-5-1 here. So That's a 3-digit number. The two players look down at their wristband. Coomer's going. Here's a long fly ball in the deep left field. Smith drips back near the fence, makes the play. He's going to get it back to the infield. Looked like Bryce hit that ball maybe out on the end of the bat a little bit. And back Smith up to the middle of the warning track. I don't think he was pressed up against the fence, but it was definitely a deep fly ball. Coomer was moving on the pitch, so he'll go back to first. So there's 2 outs. It's going to bring up Gist. Here's a curveball, stays outside for a ball. Gist has got a little pop in his bat. Got 2 home runs and 4 doubles. He's also 11 for 12 in swiping bases. Very quick. Here's a curveball coming out of his shoes. Swings and misses. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coomer gets his lead at first. It's a short lead. Curveball, swing and a miss. One ball and 2 strikes. So Mackin is playing a good curveball here early. He's got to hit that thing the other way. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 straight hooks, and that'll do it for the Indians. No runs, no hits. They do leave a runner. We've played 1. No score here at Adair County. We'll be back.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things could never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
We're back here. No score. Each team had a base runner in their half of the first, but the story of that first inning was the breaking balls by each pitcher. Really able to get them over and locate them, and neither team really had an answer. Coomer is looking for a pair of tongs out there to clean his cleats. It is really sticky. Might have to get some diamond dry on that mound. Looks like the infield, they really spent a lot of time raking it, but it's just so wet right there where he lands. It will be an hour or so before it really gets dried out, assuming we don't get any rain. As he finishes seen a little bit of a change of lineup today. India's been dealing with a couple injuries as well, so some guys moving around. A non-district game, midweek game, so why not play everybody in different places? Coulter is going to lead off. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 for Washington County. Coulter, Taylor, and Humes. Coulter hits from the right side. Coomer winds, kicks. Here's a fastball. It's off the outside corner for a ball. Coomer winds, kicks. Here's a pitch. Here's a hard ground ball to Aiden Smith. Fields it cleanly. Throws across to Russell for the first out of the inning. So Aiden fielded that ball cleanly. He's got a really good arm. Threw a strike across. So that's going to be 5-3 for Coulter, and that's going to bring up Taylor, Anthony Taylor. Takes the ball away. Taylor with limited opportunities this year. Takes a fastball up high for a ball. Brayton, who worked ahead in the first inning, is behind this player 2-0. Here's a fastball upstairs for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Coomer with the 3-0 pitch. There's a call strike. Anthony Childress behind the plate. A lot of our fans that are watching are familiar with him on the basketball court. The 3-1 pitch, he says, is off the inside corner, and he's got a really tight zone today so far. Been consistent both ways. That's going to bring up Dax Hume. Dax only hit 167 on the year, so you'd have to think this is almost maybe a bunt situation. Neither team able to score in that first inning. Coomer, stretch. Got a small lead over there. Here's a hard ground ball by Smith down the third base line. Kemp gets over to it. It's going to hold the runner at second base. And that's a perfect opportunity that Smith was in expecting the bunt. If he'd have been back in normal depth, he would have fielded that ball easily.
Number 9, Smith.
So that's going to be a base hit by the 8-hitter, Dax Hume. That's going to move Taylor to second base. It's going to bring up J.T. Smith. J.T. hitting a $116. It's from the left side. So Coomer definitely wants to go right at this young man with the leadoff hitter coming up. There's a bunt back to the mound. And nobody's covering. We had a blown coverage at first base. Russell was charging. Somebody didn't cover the base. And that's going to be a bunt single for the 9 guy. And just like that, the Indians are in a jam here in the second inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Coomer able to get Coulter. 2 pitches. It's been a walk, a ground ball base hit, and a bunt, blown coverage where somebody didn't rotate correctly. Back to the leadoff hitter, Camden Abel. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Camden, 355, 22 for 62 this year, 13 walks. He's a really patient hitter. And we talked about his base stealing ability. Here's Coomer, winds, kicks. Here's a fastball. It's a strike at the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coomer, he digs back in. Long look in. He's in the windup. Here's the pitch. Curveball hangs up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. The only problem with the windup here is you allow the young man at second to get halfway to third on a secondary lead, which on a base hit to the outfield, he walks in. Swung on. Here's a deep drive into left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. It hits the base of the fence. Here comes Taylor to score. Here comes Hume to score. And Abel's going to coast into second base with a double. Smith's going to move to third.
Number 11, Mattingly.
So still second and third with 1 out. Dylan Mattingly, he's their leading hitter. He's hitting 400 on the season. 28 for 70. So the bottom of the lineup getting it done for Washington County, setting it up for their top. Braden looks a bit aggravated out there. Ball hit right off the bottom of the fence. There's a curveball called strike on the outside corner. Coomer, he's looking for a ground ball in the middle of his infield right here. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Brayton got away with that one. Mattingly had a big rip at it. Way ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Zane Gist catching today. Usually Alex Martin back there. Pitch, swing and a miss. Looks like a changeup. The bottom fell out of the bottom of it, and Mattingly's going to go down on strike swinging. That's going to bring up Mackin.
Now batting number 19, Mackin.
So this is a big play in this game. Adair County can get out of this jam here. Second and third, and now 2 outs. Mackin hitting right at 300 on the year. Coomer, curveball. He's a dead pull guy. So the left side of that infield needs to know that. I can see that already. The shoulder bails, and he's going to have trouble with anything on the outside part. Mackin digs back in. Big right-handed hitter. He's pitching today. Trying to help himself here. Coomer with the wind and the pitch. It's up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. First base is open. Coomer winds, kicks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, a hard ground ball to Smith. Smith goes across to Russell in time, and that will do it for Washington County second. But not before they get 2 runs on 3 base hits. They leave 2 runners. We played an inning and a half. Washington County 2, Adair County nothing.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at CISA.gov/secure-our-world. Then share them with family and friends.
Our scoreboard update today brought to you by Adair County PVA, Landon Edwards. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about property values, Landon Edwards and his team are here to help. Visit the Adair County PVA office for accurate property assessments and a friendly service. Landon Edwards, your Adair County PVA. Some of our title sponsors: Bank of Columbia, Adair County Animal Hospital, Edward Jones, Joe Willis Financial Advisor, Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, Adair County Farm Bureau North, that's Boomer Lewis, Game Day Sports, Fiesta Mexico, Adair County Board of Education, TJ Health Columbia, J&S Auto Sales, Kentucky Sanitation, and Lindsey Wilson College. And word from the some Adair County news today. Congratulations to Connor Lloyd. He is recently signed with Jacksonville State University down in Jacksonville, Alabama. So Ray Harper, and they play in Conference USA. So a big shout out to Connor and his family. And I know they are ecstatic and elated, and I know Ray Harper's getting a good player down there. Here's a curveball. Aiden Smith for Adair County takes the ball outside. 5, 6, and 7. Smith, Kemp, and Kemp. Jasper before Jagger. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a high, deep drive into left field, and that's out of here. Aiden got absolutely every bit of that one, as it was a fastball up in the zone, and he hit it a mile over the left field fence to cut the margin to 2-1. So the Indians play long ball. Let's see if I've got anything on Aiden on home runs. I want to say it's his second of the year. Third home run of the year. Thank you. Aiden Smith. his third of the year. I stand corrected. And the Indians, with one swing of the bat, cut the margin in half. Jasper Kemp. Jasper, 310 on the year, 13 for 42 with 14 runs batted in. He takes the ball inside. Jasper's got 3 doubles and a home run himself. He hits from the right side. Jasper's DHing today for the right fielder, Isaac Rogers, hitting in the 6 hole. He takes ball 2. Mackin winds, kicks. Here's the pitch. There's a call strike. 2 balls and a strike. Mackin winds, kicks. Here's a pitch. It's down low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Jasper Kemp. He takes ball 4 off the outside edge, and that'll give Adair County a base runner after the home run. Still no outs recorded in the inning. It's going to bring up Jagger Kemp. Jagger 270 on the year. 10 for 37. He hits from the right side. He digs in. Mackin from the stretch. Squares the bunt, takes a strike at the knees. No balls and a strike. Jasper Kemp on first, still nobody out. Leadoff home run in the inning by Aiden Smith. 2-1 Washington County. Scoreboard update brought to you by Landon Edwards, Adair County PVA. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he did. He bunted at it. And let's see what. Oh, they're going to call him safe. As the home plate umpire asked for help. And it's going to be 2 balls and a strike. Kemp with a good lead over there. Here's a curveball. It's up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Indians with the tying run over there at first base. Jasper Kemp. Still no outs here in the second. Fastball hangs upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Mackin wants a new baseball. See if it makes any difference here. He's lost the zone. What a beautiful afternoon for baseball after a little small rain cloud came through. I do know here's a pop-up that Mackin can't handle. Kemp had to go back to the bag, and he's going to be forced out at second. That was unfortunate. So they're just going to trade spots. Kemp for Kemp. That play is going to go 1-6. And bring up Brody Brock. Go, Bro. Brody hits from the right side, playing center field today. Hitting in the 8 hole. Here's Mackin. Stretch. There goes Kemp. Here's the throw down, and he's in there. If the shortstop handles the throw, it would have been close. I think it was a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. No, it was a strike, Jason. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brock digs in there. Looking for a 2-out base hit here. He's got a runner in scoring position. Kemp gets a good lead out there. Here's a pitch. Brock able to get a piece of it. Fouled it straight back. Brock digs in. Big wide stance from Brody. He's looking to poke one in a hole somewhere. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball. And the umpire says he did swing.
Now that is number 15.
So that's going to be a strikeout swinging. It's going to bring up Dax Khan, the 9-hitter. 2 outs in the inning. Dax hit .43, 3 for 21 in limited opportunities. A base hit to the outfield. Base hit to the outfield would tie this thing up. Swung on. Here's a slow chopper past the mound. Mackin. He backhands it. He's going to throw to Saucedo, and that's going to do it for the Indians. They get 1 run on 1 base hit. They leave a runner. Home run by Aiden Smith. We're going to the top of the 3rd. 2-1 Washington County. We'll be back.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly.
Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
We're back here. Washington so far with 4 base hits. Adair County on the other hand. They got 1 base hit. That was the home run by Aiden Smith. So Washington County out hitting Adair County 4-1, outscoring them on the scoreboard 2-1 as we head to the 3rd. Blanford, he singled his first time up. Hit a hard ground ball that Mark was able to knock down. It was an infield single. Here's a deep fly ball. It's hook and foul down the left field line. And Kemp's going to come over and make a great play in left field. That was a foul ball. And Jagger Kemp makes a great play. He was about 10 feet in foul territory. Made a sliding catch. So Blanford with the fly ball to left. That's going to bring up Sebastian Saucedo. Here's a pitch in the dirt for a ball. Saucedo, he grounded out to short his first time up. A high chopper over the mound. Martin made a good play. Had to charge and get rid of it quickly. Saucedo, high chopper. It's going to be foul at 3rd base. Washington County looking for their 10th win of the year. Adair County looking for win number 11. Indians will have 2 games remaining in regular season district play. Those will both be against Marion County. And I would think those games have a lot of significance because it keeps you out of the, being 1-3 keeps you out of the bottom spot. Wind and the pitch. I don't think Marion County's got a district win, do they? I think they're over. So the Indians are a game up there to stay out of the bottom spot, but they have 2 ball games versus Marion County. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Saucedo swings and misses, and that'll do it. So he goes down on strikes. Coomer makes quick work of him. It's going to bring up Coulter. Coulter with a ground ball to Smith, his first time up. Swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup. Coulter chased it right off the outside part of the plate. You got Aiden Smith at 3rd. Martin at short. There's a swing. Here's a call. Strike at the knees. Kahn at 2nd. Russell at 1st. You got Kemp, Brock, and Rogers in the outfield. Here's a curveball that stays inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Adair County trailing at 2-1 here on the Indian Radio Network. Swung on. Here's a line drive into center field, and it's going to fall in front of Brock. Ball hung up there. I thought maybe Brody was going to come in and try to make a shoestring play. That's going to be a hit. So a 2-out base hit. You would think Coulter's probably a running opportunity for him. Anthony Taylor, he walked. Walks are so, they will come back to haunt you more often than not. And this one did in the second inning. Taylor takes a ball in the dirt. Coomer, he goes in the windup. There's a pop-up. It'll be out of play. The Indians get a big break as Coomer lost his concentration there and went from the windup. Coulter had the base stolen. His hitters got to know that, take that pitch. Taylor swung through, popped it up, fouled it off. Coulter's got to go back. Here's a pitch. It's a curveball for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's Coomer with a stretch. Coulter's going. Here's a pitch. It's fouled at the plate. Gist. Able to get a mid on it, but it was foul. Since the front come through, it is virtually, it's scary how still it is out there. Usually it's a wind tunnel up here on the hill. Here's a pitch. Curveball hangs outside for a ball. Gist with a snap throw down to Russell. Coulter back in time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coombe comes set. Coulter, he's leaning. There he goes. There's a soft line drive that Martin's going to handle at shortstop. Took about 3 steps back, made an easy play, and that's going to do it for Washington County's top of the third. They get no runs. They do get 1 base hit, and they strand a runner. We're headed to the home half of the third. 2-1, Washington County. We'll be back.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything is in everything. Even when you think things can never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
We want to thank our sponsors, Lindsey Wilson College, J&S Auto Sales, Kentucky Sanitation, TJ Health Columbia, Adair County Board of Education, Fiesta Mexico, Game Day Sports, Adair County Farm Bureau North, Boomer Lewis, Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, Edward Jones, Joe Willis Financial Advisor, Bank of Columbia, as Alex Martin digs in. He popped up to the second baseman his first time up. There's a curveball, call strike on the outside corner. Martin looking to get on base here. Fastball stays up above the letters. Martin has to get back out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a pitch. Curveball, he lines it into left field. That'll be a base hit. It'll get down in front of Smith. He retrieves it. So a leadoff base hit by the leadoff guy here in the home half of the third. Scoreboard update, Landon Edwards, Adair County PVA, 2-1 Washington County. We're in the home half of the third. That's going to bring up the state's leader in home runs. He's got 7. He's kind of got an asterisk beside of it too, because Adair County was eliminated in the Sweet 16 on a Wednesday afternoon. He was in the lineup Friday afternoon, so very limited BP in practice time. Here's a pitch up high for a ball. With Martin getting on base, it's going to be hard to pitch around Coomer now. You don't want to put the go-ahead run on here. Coomer's going to get an opportunity here to swing the bat. Here's Macklin. He stays away for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. He's definitely trying to paint that outside corner. Coomer digs back in. Martin with a good lead. There's a curveball. It's about 6 inches off the outside part of the plate. So maybe they're not going to agree with me. Maybe they are going to pitch around him. This young man's only walked 5 in 20 innings this year. He's thrown Coomer 7 straight balls. The first time it was an intentional walk. Could be going the same route here, 3-0. It's way outside. So Coomer, he's going to take the free pass. So Bryce Russell hit a good swing his first time up. Back Smith up to the middle of the warning track and straight away left field. Like Bryce hit that ball right off the end of the bat. He's third in home runs. State of Kentucky was 6. Adair County's only run via the home run ball today. Aiden Smith is third of the year. Russell with a high fly ball in the center field. Taylor, he's going to camp under it. Let's see if Martin tags. And he will not. Make some play. Just a routine fly ball. Going to bring up Gist. He struck out first time. He got a large dose of the breaking ball. Matter of fact, he swung through 3 of them. I'm sure Mackin's going to remember that. Playing in for the bunt. And here's a attempt to steal a third by Martin. He's thrown out by a mile. Alex Martin caught stealing. Trying to swipe third base. Give Mattingly the assist. He threw a dart down there to Blandford. And the Indians are in danger of running themselves right out of this inning. Coomer does move up to second. Yeah, swings and misses at that breaking ball. He's going to have to make some kind of adjustment. That's 4. He swung through 4 of them. 1 ball and 1 strike. Indians trail 2-1 here in the home half of the third. Here's a fastball in the dirt. Good block by Mattingly. He didn't use form technique to block it. He used the old swipe method, and it worked that time. Mackin in the stretch. Swung on and missed. Got a foul tip. That's 5 straight breaking balls that Gist is offered at. He's down 2 balls and 2 strikes, and he's going to get the same pitch right here. Coomer gets a lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on that curveball as the Indians go down. They get no runs. They do get a hit. They strand a runner. We played 3 complete. 2-1 Washington County. We'll be back on the Indian Radio Network.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Continue to thank our sponsors. First and Farmers National Bank, Barger Insurance, Gypsy Jolie, Cumberland Pipeline, McDonald's of Columbia, Adair County PVA Land and Edwards, Franklin Nissan, and Gist Construction. As we've got a 2-1 ball game here. This game, a little bit of a late start time due to the small amount of rain that came through mid-afternoon. Beautiful conditions to play now. As for Washington County, they're going to have 8, 9, and 1. Humes, Smith, and Abel. Dax Humes hitting 167. He had a base hit his first time up. Coomer winds, kicks. Here's a pitch. Here's a ground ball to Martin, a shortstop. He makes a play. Got a lot of time. He throws across for the out. So that was a quick deal. That goes 6-3. Martin to Russell. It's going to bring up the 9-hitter, J.T. Smith. He also singled. So the bottom of that lineup, it did the job for Washington County the first time through. Here's a curveball. Catches the outside corner for a strike. So Brayton Coomer, he's getting ahead of hitters in this inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. It's lined to center field. That's a base hit. That was a curveball. He just stayed back, poked it into center field. So a 1-out base hit for Washington County. It's going to go back to the top of the order. Camden Abel. Here's a guy right here. We keep saying it. You've got to keep him off the bases. He's done a lot of damage this year. 355. He's walked 13 times. He's stolen 13 bases. Smith gets a lead. Coomer from the stretch. Here's a pitch. Grounded foul. Third base coach reminds me of a guy that played for the Dodgers years ago, Ron Say, the Penguin. Y'all remember the Penguin? Ronnie Say. Ty Etherington's the coach for Washington County. Coomer ahead of Abel. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball stays away. Abel looking for that fastball. Coomer knows it. Ball and a strike. Fastball stays up high. 2 balls and a strike. Remember, if you got a family member somewhere with the internet, and go to YouTube, type in WAIN Radio and watch this one live. Abel with a 340-foot foul ball as it goes over the Indians' hitting facility down in left field. Coomer challenged him with a fastball. He did get in enough where Abel hooked it way foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 9-hitter, J.T. Smith, gets a lead. Here's a pitch. And he's going to hit Abel with a fastball right up in the shoulder. So that's twice that Abel's been hit by a pitch. That's going to put 2 runners on with 1 out here. Indians trailing 2-1. Washington County looking for more. Russell's in at first, expecting the bunt. Mattingly, he had a sack bunt his first time up. He struck out the second time up. Here's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and a strike here. So Washington County's 2-hitter and leading hitter coming in 400 on the season. 15 runs batted in, 6 doubles, a pair of long balls. Here's a pitch. Curveball's hooked into left center field. It could fall, and it will. It'll go all the way to the fence. Brock, he retrieves it. 1 run's going to score. And the second runner's going to be held at third. So that's going to put runners at second and third with a run batted in for Mattingly. So give him a double. Abel's going to stop at third. That's going to score the 9-hitter, J.T. Smith. That's going to bring up Andrew Mackin as Coach McQuarrie has went to the mound for a visit. So we're going to take a break, and we come back. We'll see what the mound visit, the consequences. We'll be back on the Indian Radio Network.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California, and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly.
Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
Radio Network. After the short visit, Coach McQuarrie, he relays his message, goes back to the dugout. Coomer's still out there. Swung on. Mackin pops it up, foul, out of play. He's 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground ball to third. 299 on the year. He's knocked in 22 with runners at second and third, 1 out. And a run already in. A great opportunity for Mackin to help himself. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Coomer reached back and got a little extra on that one. A little giddy up. Mackin quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Coomer working from the windup. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's up high for a ball. That was a good spot for a miss, as he's been chasing that all day. Mackin digs back in. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brayton Coomer looking to try to get out of this jam with a strikeout. Mackin digs in. Here's a 2-2. Curveball. He fouls it straight back out of play. He had a decent cut at it. Mackin digs back in. A lot of chatter from that Washington County dugout. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lined into left field. That's a base hit. That'll score at least 1. And the coach is going to hold that young man at third. Is the throw from Kemp is a good one. All the way to Gist. But give Mackin an RBI single. That scored Abel from third. It's going to move up Mattingly to third. So first and third for Alex Blanford. He singled and flied to left. 2 runs in for Washington County here in the 4th. They lead it 4-1. Alex Blanford. Here's a pitch. Swung on, line into left field. That's a base hit. That'll score 1 as the runners move up from first to second. Scores Mattingly. 5-1. So all of a sudden, here comes Coach McQuarrie. That'll be it for Coomer. And looks like we've got Hayden Smith coming toward the mound. Looks like Jagger Kemp might be coming in to pitch. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break while whoever they put in takes his warm-up tosses, and we'll be back on the Indian Radio Network.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at CISA.gov/secure our world. Then share them with family and friends.
We're back. Okay. Looks like it's going to be number 25, Jagger Kemp, in relief for the Indians. Jagger's taking his warm-up tosses. See if we can get you some information on Jagger's work on the mound this year. He's a right-hander. We do know that. Washington County with a big inning here. They've already scored 3, looking for more. Let's see. Let's look at the pitching numbers on Jagger Kemp. Jagger, he's a senior. He's appeared in 6 games. Look like they've all been in relief. 10 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 18 hits, 14 runs. 10 of those 14 runs were earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 7. So Alex Martin has moved behind the plate. Zane Gist back to his normal spot in center field and moved Smith to shortstop from third to short, and Brayton Coomer is going to go in and play third base. And that's going to bring up Saucedo. He grounded to shortstop and struck out. Kemp inherits 2 base runners, 1 out in the inning. Swung on. Here's a ground ball to Coomer. He's going to step on the bag. He's going to go across to Russell for a double play, and that's going to do it for Washington County. 1 pitch, a double play ball, what the doctor ordered, but not before Washington County with 3 runs on 4 base hits, and they don't leave anybody. We're headed to the home half of the 4th inning. Washington County 5, Adair County 1 on the Indian Radio Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
so talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
We're back here. We're headed to the home half of the 4th. Is the getting late in the afternoon. Not ready to turn the lights on yet. It's like kind of a rain sky back toward the Camelsville area. It's pretty clear behind us. Aiden Smith, 5'6'7" for Adair County. They trail at 5-1. Aiden, the only run, a solo home run. Back in the 2nd inning. There's Mackin. He's went the whole way. He squares the bunt, fouls it straight back. One thing about Mackin, he did walk Coomer twice. I claimed that it was an unintentional, intentional walk. But he's got pretty good control. He's not going to walk many. Smith takes a ball up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch. There's a curveball. Catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a good pitch. You'd have to hit that pitch the other way. There's no way to pull it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Stays out there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mackin's got the baseball. He's ready to go. He's working quickly. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Aiden Smith looking to find a way to get on base. Runs real well. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swung on a hard ground ball to third. Makes a good play over there. Blandford, and he throws a strike over to Saucedo, and that's got to be our highlight play of the game. Blandford went to his left, and that ball looked like it came up on him, and I thought sure it'd eat him up. He was able to make a really good play. That's going to be 5-3 for the first out in the inning. Going to bring up Jasper Kemp. Jasper, he walked his only plate appearance. Swung on, fouls it off his foot. No balls and a strike.
Yeah.
Jasper digs back in.
Hello, Chili Bee.
There's a call strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. It's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mackin ready to go. He bounces that one up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Swung on, grounded right up the middle. That's a base hit. It went directly over the second base bag. So Jasper Kemp, he's got a walk and now a base hit, and his 2 times up. It's going to bring up Jagger Kemp. Jagger, he bunted the first time up. The pitcher dove for it, glanced off his glove. But Jasper had to hover close to the first base bag. He was forced at second. There's a curveball, swing and a miss. See if I can get that Adair County schedule. Talking about the rest of the week. Here's a curveball for a call strike. Looks like LaRue County tomorrow on the road at LaRue. They go to Hart County on Monday. And then the Marion County series is Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Here's a swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 3. It's going to bring up Brody Brock. Brody Brock with 2 outs. Jasper Kemp. Might be a running situation here. 2 outs. Mackin's going to check over there. Back in time. So you got LaRue tomorrow, Hart County Monday, both of those on the road. And then you got Marion County back here Tuesday. You're at Marion County on Thursday. Swinging a foul straight back. And then to wind it up, you got South Warren next Friday. You're at Russell County the following Tuesday. Got LaRue at home on that Thursday. Metcalfe County at home. Got Somerset. That one's on the road. It was at Whitley City. There's a fastball, stays upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Whitley County, South Warren, and Monroe County. And then Greene County on Thursday, May 15th is the last regular season game. Then the district will start. Here's a high, deep fly ball by Brock into left center field. Taylor. Yeah, baby! Runs out of room. That's out of here. Well, Brody Brock goes deep into left center field. I believe that's Brody's first home run of the year, and that was much needed. As Adair County now is pulled within 2, 5-3. That's a 2-run job right there. Kemp scores after his base hit. It's going to bring up Dax Kahn. That ball was just over the Patriot Realty sign in left center field. Relax. Kahn digs in. He swings and pops it straight up over near the Washington County dugout, and Saucedo makes the play, and that'll do it for the Indians. But not before. They do get 2 runs back on 2 base hits. They don't leave anybody. We're headed to the 5th inning. Washington County 5, Adair County 3 on the Indian Radio Network.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things can never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
And we appreciate Landon Edwards being our scoreboard update sponsor. 5-3 Washington County. As we head to the 5th inning, we want to thank First and Farmers National Bank. They're our streaming sponsor this year, firstandfarmers.com, and our broadcast booth sponsor, TJ Regional Health in Columbia. A total local care. Well, Washington County is going to have 6, 7, and 8 up. Coulter, he's 1 for 2 with a base hit. Grounded to third his first time up. Kemp. Ball stays up high for a ball.
Get you back here.
Jagger Kemp, he came on in relief. Threw a double play ball his first time up. Here's a high pop-up. It's foul. Over that Adair County dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike. We just made mention between innings up here. Our radio booth talk is the bottom of the lineup. Been a production force for both teams today. Here's Kemp. Curveball stays down low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Jagger Kemp winds, kicks. Here's a ground ball. He got in on the hands. Coulter fouled it. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on in a high chopper. It's going to be foul. Coomer went down the third base line to retrieve it. He's just now getting back in his position. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coulter steps out. Martin goes through the signs. Kemp and the windup. Here's a 2-2. Down low for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a payoff pitch. Swung on and popped up. And Russell's going to call off Kemp at first base, and he makes the play. So the Indians get the 6-hitter out. That's the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Anthony Taylor hitting in the 7 spot.
Now batting number 5, Taylor.
Taylor today is walked and grounded or popped to shortstop. Little Soft line drive. Swung on and rips it foul. Third base coach has had a workout over there. Ronnie the Penguin say he's really had to stretch for that one. Washington County, they try to hook everything, especially the right-handed hitters. Kemp misses down low for a ball. Some of you older listeners might remember Steve Garvey. There's a ground ball in the hole. Coomer gets to it third. He's going to throw to Russell. He applies the tag, second out of the inning. Dusty Baker was also on that team. It's going to go 5-3. Dusty managed for years, recently retired.
Now that is number 23, Hughes.
Davey Lopes. I don't know if y'all remember Davey Lopes. Good player. Kemp. He's looking to get through a quick fifth. First two outs were quick. There's a curveball. It's a strike on the inside corner. Dax Humes. Dax, he singled and grounded to shortstop. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-1.
All the way back.
Kemp winds, kicks. Here's a pitch. Swung on and a mile-high pop-up. Martin's got room. He makes a play right out in front of the plate. So 1-2-3 for Adair County. We're heading to the home half of the fifth. They trail at 5-3 here on the Indian Radio Network.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at cisa.gov/secure our world. Then share them with family and friends.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use, community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
We're back here. It's been macking the whole way. He's allowed 3 runs. Indians with only 4 base hits. 2 of those were the long ball. Aiden Smith in the second.
Now batting number 5, Alex Martin.
Brody Brock in the fourth with a 2-run job. Ryan McQuarrie makes his way to the third base box, looking for a way to generate a couple runs. Indians with the top of their lineup, 1-2-3. It'll be Martin, Coomer, and Russell here in the home half of the fifth. Mackin winds, kicks. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Here's a line drive into right center field, tailing back toward the right fielder, Mattingly. He makes a good play for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brayton Coomer. Let's see if Mackin elects to pitch to Coomer with a 2-run lead. They have not given Brayton anything to hit today. He's seen 8 pitches. They hadn't been close to the plate. That one's up high for a ball. Let's see if the trend continues. It will. The trend will continue. He was 2 foot outside, so this is going to be an unintentional, intentional walk. This will be the 3rd one today. It's a foot outside. So I don't really know why you make your pitcher go through this. Just put him on. He's having to waste his pitches.
Now batting number 6, Bryce Russell.
Come on, Bryce.
If we were able to call in, we would ask our listeners that question. You know, why do you waste your arm or your pitcher when you're basically not giving him anything to hit? So that's going to be his 3rd walk of the day. It's going to bring up Russell. 2 fly balls today, one to
Bryce,
left,
come on,
one
Bryce.
to center. Bryce looking for number 7 of the year that would tie this thing up. Ball away from him.
Go 6.
Coomer with good speed over there at first base. Swung on. Here's a deep fly ball in the right center. That's got a shot. That's out of here. Russell, he now leads the state in home runs because Coomer did today was 7 and Russell's just hit his 7th. So they're co-leaders in the state of Kentucky in home runs. As Coomer's going to touch first, Russell touches second, and more importantly than that, the Indians have tied this thing up with a 2-run home run. That's going to bring up Zane Gist. So the Indians play long ball. That's a third of the day. That's going to bring up Gist. Gist has had a tough day, especially with the breaking ball. He struck out both times up. Mackin, he missed up high with the first breaking ball. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Here's that curveball, call strike. Zane's going to have to prove he can hit it. There's a line drive on a fastball, foul, hooked it down by the building. The lights will be on very shortly, within 5 minutes. So the Indians have found a way to tie this thing up at 5.
Oh, Zano.
Could we be headed to back-to-back extra
Zane.
inning games here on WAIN? Gist is going to call time. Here's a pitch. Swung on a high, deep fly ball. It's got a shot. It's down the line, but it's going to be foul as Smith goes back to the fence and makes the play in foul territory for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Aiden Smith. Aiden, I doubt if he gets... I appreciate the update of Seth Dunbar. Somebody has hit 8 in the state, so they have updated that as that's going to push Coomer and Russell in a tie for second, it looks like. Gary Gibson from Lexington Sayre. Seth Dunbar, I appreciate that update. As there's an old Spencer County boy on there with 5, Carter Walters. Now, you talking about a short porch. If you think this one's short, that is a short one over there at Taylorsville. Smith swings and misses. No balls and 2 strikes. I doubt if Aiden's going to get a fastball here. He deposited one way over the left field fence. He's going to get breaking balls. There's a fastball that misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Curveball swings and misses, and that'll do it for the Indians. But not before Adair County gets 2 runs on 2 base hits. And one of those was a 2-run homer by Bryce Russell. We're all tied at 5 apiece here as we head to the top of the 6th inning in Adair County. We'll be back.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Going to be 9-1-2 for Washington County here in the top of the 6th inning. A beautiful day for baseball. The weather's calling for a little bit of rain tomorrow. A whole lot of rain as the Indians travel to LaRue County.
Number 9, Smith.
Smith's going to lead it off. 9-1-2 for Washington County. Smith's had a day, 2 for 2 out of that 9-hole. Here's a ball away from him. Jagger wanting to get right in the zone here. The leadoff hitter coming up. Here's a swung on and a pop-up. It's going to be foul. That could get a car window. Over that Adair County dugout. We've seen Smith kind of, he lets the ball get deep. He really tries to hit it the other way. Had a single to left center field his last time up, hitting from the left.
Nice pitch.
Home plate umpire flinched there as that ball was borderline. Called it a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Stayed a little bit below the knees. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Checked his swing in time. 3-1.
Jack.
Jagger Kemp came in relief in the 4th inning for Brayton Coomer. Swung on, and there's a line drive right into center field. And have a day, young man. J.T. Smith 3 for 3 out of that 9 spot today.
Now batting number 25, Abel.
That brings up Abel. We talked about some of his numbers. 355 on the year. 22 for 62. He's walked 13 times and he's swiped 13 bases. Smith gets a good lead over there at first base. It's about a 3-step lead. Swung on. Abel pops it straight up. But Washington gets a break. It's going to fall right behind the screen. Indians lost a couple tight ones against Campbellsville, 4-2 and 10, and then 4-0 at Campbellsville. He come back with a pair of wins. Good win against Pulaski County, 12-2, at Clinton, 13-3, and then they were defeated by Taylor County at Taylor County in district action, 7-0. Swings and misses Abel on that 1-2 pitch. It was a curveball, and he's going to go down on strikes. That was a big out right there. So J.T. Smith still standing over there at first base with 1 out. Mattingly, he does have a double today, a sac bunt as well. Here's a hard ground ball to Coomer. He gets a good hop. He's going to go to second for 1. Throw to first is going to get by Russell. The force is going to be executed at second. If Coomer could have gotten that ball out of his glove a little without mishandling it, he had a shot at a double play. But when he had to reach back in and get it, Indians were lucky to get 1, and they do. So that's going to go 5-4 on the force. So 2 outs and a runner on. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Mackin. He's went the whole way today. Kemp with a ball in the dirt that Martin does a great job at getting out and blocking. Mackin, he struck out, grounded to third, singled. He's hitting 299 on the year. There's a fastball that looked like caught the inside corner, a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Kemp from the stretch. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low for a ball. Blandford's on deck. Blandford with a pair of singles today in 3 opportunities, 2 for 3. Sure Mackin's going to be taken. I'll put the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's a call strike on the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Let's see if Kemp can come all the way back here. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swung on and foul back. The run will be moving. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The third base coach is telling his hitter to hit it out there, not at me. He's had a workout down there at third today. Put a glove on that guy. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Mackin as Kemp comes back from a 3-0 count and strikes out Mackin to leave the runner at first base. We're headed to the home half of the 6th. We're all tied at 5 apiece on the Indian Radio Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
so talk to your kids about the risks of vaping. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Okay. We're headed to the home half of the 6th, all knotted at 5 apiece. We want to thank our sponsors, and that scoreboard update's brought to you by Landon Edwards at Adair County PVA. We want to thank our sponsors, Gist Construction, Franklin Nissan, Adair County PVA, Landon Edwards, McDonald's, Columbia Pipeline, Gypsy Joe Lee, shop local, Barger Insurance, First and Farmers National Bank, Bank of Columbia, Adair County Animal Hospital, Edward Jones, Joe Willis Financial Advisor, Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, and I will continue that list as Kemp is ready to go for Adair County. Jasper Kemp. Jasper, he singled his last time up right over the bag. He scored on the Brody Brock home run. Swung on. Here's a ground ball wide of third. Shortstop makes a good play, A-boy, and he has no play.
Now batting number 11, Jackson Sinclair.
Jasper looked like he was favoring a hamstring as he ran down that line. Let's see if the Indians will run for him right here. They're going to. Y'all help me with the runner. Who's a runner? Cash. Braden Cash is going to run for Kemp. He's been nursing a little bit of a hamstring injury. So Coach McQuarrie is going to put Cash in. And Sinclair is going to pinch hit for in the 7 spot for Jagger Kemp here. So Cash at first base. Sinclair digs in. And he's going to get a good bunt down. The only play will be to first base. And he's going to make the play, the pitcher to first base. But the sacrifice is successful, and the Indians have the go-ahead run out there at second base. So that's going to be Sinclair coming in to get the sacrifice bunt down. And Brock, he steps in with a ton of confidence after hitting a 2-run home run over the left center field fence his last time up. Swings at a curveball and misses. Brody did not have a good swing at that one. And the catcher's going to go out and talk to the pitcher, and I think I know what this conversation is. We're getting a lot of hooks right here, especially after the way the hack Brody had at that first one. First baseman's in. expecting maybe a bunt. Cash gets a lead at second. Here's a curveball. They're going to say it's a little bit high. It was in the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Indians catch a break right there.
Come on, bro.
Here's a curveball that Brock's going to foul out just over the. Oh, Slacito's going to make the play as he leans right into the dugout. I thought that ball was out of play. Give Saucedo, make him a good play as he came from. Actually, he don't make that play if he's in his normal depth. He was playing in for the bunt. He made that play right over in the Washington County dugout.
Relax, go to work, relax.
Khan's going to come up with a 2-out opportunity and the go-ahead run at second. Here's a curveball, stays away for a ball. So Brock's going to pop up to first base. Dax Khan. He takes a fastball away. Alex Martin's on deck, a leadoff hitter. 2 balls and no strikes to Khan. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swung on and foul straight back. Dax had a pretty good rip at that ball. Mackin, he's went the whole way for Washington County.
Go to work here, kid.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's inside for a ball. 3 balls and a strike.
Hands back.
Good lead for Cash. They're not really holding him out there. He can get an extra. Here's the 3-1 pitch. They're going to say he's away for a ball. So Alex Martin, the leadoff hitter, he's going to come up looking for a 2-out hit right here.
Let's go, 5. Have fun, bub.
Alex is popped up to second. Hit a sharp single in the left field and flew out to left field. Swung on a hard ground ball that the third baseman Blanford makes a great play and steps on the bag, and that'll do it for the Indians. They get no runs on 1 base hit. They leave a runner, and we're going to the home half. Actually, they leave 2 runners. Going to the home half of the top of the 7th, all tied at 5 apiece on the Indian Radio Network.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly.
Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
Here, we want to thank Jared. He's had to man the computer today. Bringing this to you, YouTube only. You can find the game. Go to YouTube and search WAIN Radio, and you'll hear me and you'll see the game. So 4, 5, and 6 for Washington County. Blanford, Saucedo, and Coulter. Washington County with 5 runs on 10 base hits in this game. Kemp, as the Washington County dugout gets up, here's a high, deep fly ball in the left center field, and it's going to fall. Gets away from Gist, and Washington County's Blanford's going to stay right there at first base, so he gets a leadoff single here. Actually, the Indians are lucky that ball didn't go for extra bases. And let's see, it looks like the coach is going to run for him. Y'all got a name for number 6 on there?
Hey, Doc.
We're just going to say John Doe. John Doe is the pinch runner over there at first base. Maybe Gabe Hart. We'll go with Gabe Hart. The ditto copy is too light to read. Here's a snap throw from Martin down to Russell. Back in time.
We got count.
Saucedo. He grounded to shortstop, struck out, grounded into a double play. Here's Kemp. Saucedo tries to get the bunt down, pops it up, back to the screen. He's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. So let's see what Ty Etherington does here. With no balls and 2 strikes, will he let his young man swing, or will he still try to get the sacrifice bunt down? That runner over there at first base represents the go-ahead run. Kemp from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on at a high pop-up out behind second base. Kahn's going to back up and make the play. It's the first out of the inning. So Washington County does not move the runner. That's going to bring up Coulter. Grounded to third, single. Popped up to the first baseman. A very small lead from the pinch runner over there. There's a line drive into center field, but Gist is going to get to it. And he's going to make the play easily. Wasn't hit very hard, but he was able to get to it. So that's a fly ball to center field, and that's going to bring up Anthony Taylor. Anthony's walked, popped up to shortstop. Actually, it was a line drive, a slow line drive, and grounded to third base. It's hitting in the 7 spot. Here's a pitch, curveball. It stays above the letters. 1 ball and no strikes. Kemp came in relief in the 4th. It's up high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Dax Humes on deck, the designated hitter. He does have a hit today in 3 plate appearances. Only left-handed hitter Washington has in the lineup is a 9-hitter. And you don't want to get down to him. He's 3 for 3 today. Martin's going to call time and go out and have a conversation with Kemp. Three balls and no strikes. Jagger needs a strike. Here's a pitch. That's a call strike at the letters. Seen Jagger come all the way back in the last inning on the 3rd out of the inning from a 3-0 count. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That hangs outside for a ball. So that's going to move Blandford, the pinch runner for Blandford, to second. That's going to bring up Hume. If you're an infielder here, it's very important on a ball hit wide of you to knock it down. That'll save a run. Outfielders probably need to cheat in a little bit, give themselves an opportunity on a base hit to have a play at the plate. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. Indians looking for an out. Washington County looking for a 2-out hit. We're all knotted at 5. Something's got to give pretty soon.
Oh, Jack.
I don't know if my nerves can handle another 10-inning game. I sat right here in the booth and called that 10-inning game against Campbellsville. Here's a call strike on the outside corner.
Sir.
No balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, Jack.
That was a nice pitch by Kemp. Humes gets right up on the plate. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Let's see if Jagger can run one right in on his hands. He's really cheating the outside part of the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on, and a pop-up. It's going to be playable. Smith from his shortstop spot goes back, makes a play, and that'll do it. So the Indians are going to go to the bottom of the 7th with an opportunity with 1 run to win it. As Washington County gets no runs, they do get a base hit, and they leave a runner, 2 runners. We're headed to the home half of the 7th, all tied at 5 apiece.
A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at CISA.gov/secure-our-world. Then share them with family and friends.
We're back here. We're discussing strategy up here in the box. Coomer's had 3 basically intentional walks.
Let's go, Coomer.
And will they throw to him here as a leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th, but he also represents the winning run. So let's see. Mackin. He does pitch to him, and it's a high pop-up to Slacido. He makes a play over there at first base. As Coomer sees one pitch and pops up. It's going to bring up Russell. Bryce Russell. He had a rocket out of here in the right center field.
Bryce, have fun, Bryce. Hit something hard. Get on base.
He tied Coomer for the team lead with 7 home runs. Thanks to Seth Dunbar and the numbers. Young man from Lexington Sayre has 8, so that's going to put them in second. Here's a curveball for a call strike.
Come on, 6. Come on, kid.
Russell looking for something here. He can drive in the gap. He runs pretty well. Here's a curveball for strike 2. So he gets a pair of curveballs. I think probably this young man remembers the fastball got deposited last time. Here's the swing and a miss, and the catcher comes up with it. So Washington County with 2 big outs here in the bottom of the 7th. They get the 2 most productive hitters in the Adair County lineup on a pop-up to the first baseman and a strikeout. Zane Gist, he does have the potential and the power to hit one out of here. He's hit 2 this year. Not sure where that one missed, but it's a ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Go to work, kid.
Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. Mackin, he's went the way for Washington County. Here's a curveball for a call strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mackin, he's working quickly. He's got the sign. He's ready to go. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Yes, gets a piece of it. Fouls it back toward the middle school. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and a mile pop-up back over the screen, out of play. And I would almost guarantee this is a curveball right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mackin steps back off.
Go, kid. Have fun.
To collect himself, and he digs back on the rubber. Guess digs back in. Here's a curveball, swing and a miss. Pops out of the mitt. Catcher's going to have to record the put out by throwing down to Slacido, and he does. 1-2-3 for that 2-3-4 part in that Adair County lineup. And we're going to extra innings. We're going to the 8th. We're all tied at 5 apiece.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things can never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
We're back here. We're going to extra innings. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Washington County. Smith, Abel, and Mattingly. This young man's had a day, 3 for 3. Comes in hitting a buck 16. It's going to be his breakout party. There's a ball away.
Nice pitch.
Here's the line kicked into 1-0 outside for a ball.
Don't give me some ball.
Couple good hitters following Smith here with Abel and Mattingly. Here's a 2-0 pitch. It's outside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes.
Come on, Jag, all the way back.
Here's a 3-0 pitch. It's outside for a ball. So this young man gets on for the 4th time today. I want to thank our sponsors, Gist Construction, Franklin Nissan, scoreboard update sponsor, Adair County PVA Land and Edwards. We're 5-5 here in the 8th inning. McDonald's, Cumberland Pipeline, Gypsy Jolie, Barger Insurance, First and Farmers National Bank. Kemp checks the runner. Now he comes set. Here's a pitch. Abel squares the bunt. It's a good one down the third baseline. Kemp has to hurry, and he's going to pull Russell off the bag with the throw, and Abel's going to beat it out. So it was a sacrifice opportunity. Abel beats it out. Now you got runners on first and second, nobody out. And Coach McQuarrie comes out of that dugout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here as conversation is going to take place on the Indian Radio Network.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly.
Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/RealID or your local DMV.
We're back. Thank you. Dylan Mattingly. Got a sacrifice bunt, a strikeout, a double. Grounded to third into a force. 5-4. Mattingly with 1 hit on the day. He's got runners at first and second, nobody out. Mattingly's going to square the bunt. He does. Back to Kemp. Kemp's going to throw to first for the out. Both runners will be moved up. So the sack bunt works perfectly for Washington County. It's not recorded as an at-bat. Andrew Mackin. He struck out, grounded to third, singled, and struck out again. So Kemp looking for the strikeout here. Coomer's in even with the bag. The middle's back. The first baseman's in on the grass. So really corners aren't in. You got one corner in, the other corner even. The middle's back. I'm thinking you got to have your infield in here. Can't give up a run here in the 8th inning. You're tied up. Swung on and a high pop-up down the left field line. Coomer, he's racing over, and Brock overruns it in foul territory. It falls harmlessly for a foul ball. Brody had to expend so much energy to run full speed over there to that spot. And that was a really tough play. It's a foul ball, so everybody's back again. Mackin digs back in. He's got the go-ahead run at third. He's got Abel that's got great speed at second. Here's a pitch on the outside for a ball. Mackin digs back in. Big right-handed hitter. He's hitting third in this order. 299 coming into today. 22 runs batted in. Looking to add to his total. Here's a pitch. Swung on, and that's hit deep to left field down the line. And they're going to say foul ball. Wow. I'm just going to be quiet. I didn't have a good angle. I know Brock went back to the fence. Brody was about 15 feet in fair territory, but it's where the ball crosses the foul pole down there, was it? Mackin digs back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kemp looking for the strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back.
Come on, Jack.
I was told it was foul by about 10 feet. Jared, we need to add the instant replay next year so we can get a better view of it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Mackin with a high chopper over to third base coach. The guy's made some plays over there today. He really has.
Go 2-5.
Mackin. He digs back in. He's looking for some contact. That Indian defense in the middle, actually everybody's back now. Ground ball in the infield scores a run. Here's a pitch. There it is. Ground ball to Smith. Smith's going to come to the plate, and he's safe. That's just a direct result. Why is your infield back? If Smith's in, the runner's dead to rights. He tried to come to the plate anyway. The throw was late. Washington County just went in front 6-5.
Number 2, Blanford.
He said everything right at Aiden.
Alex Blanford. He singled, flied to left, singled again. Blanford's had a day. Runners at first and third. Washington County looking to add on. Swung on. Here's a hard ground ball to Smith. The runner from third, he's going to score as the Indians are going to get the force out at second. So another ground ball right at Smith, but he's back. So the run from third is going to score. He went toward the middle, and the Indians unable to turn the double play. So that's going to be a 6-4 force. And that's going to bring up Saucedo. There's a call strike on the outside corner. There's a pitch down low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blanford, he's over there at first. 2 runs are in. 2 outs in the inning. Here's a pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball into short left field. Brock comes in and makes the play, and that'll do it for Washington County in the top of the 8th, but not before. They get 2 runs on 2 base hits and an Adair County error. We're headed to the home half of the 8th. Adair needs 2 to tie, 3 to win the game. We're on the Indian Radio Network. We'll be back.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, Em, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We're back here. Indians fighting for their life. They gave up 2 in the 8th, top of the 8th. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Now, number 1, Aiden Smith.
It's going to bring up for Adair County. They're going to have 5, 6, and 7. Aiden Smith.
Let's go, Aiden. Go, boy.
He's 1 for 4.
Let's go, Aiden.
1 for 3, excuse me. He has hit a home run. Indians have had hit 3 today. Smith, Brock, Bryce Russell. Here's the pitch. There's a call strike on the inside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 curveballs for Aiden. He's going to get a steady dose. Mackin, he's went the distance. It's an Iron Man. He's in the 8th inning here today. 20 innings coming into this ball game. He'd only walked 5. He's around the plate. The fastball upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's going to get the breaking ball right here. He just needs to push it the other way. He does. Try to. He fouled it off over the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battle 1. You battle 1.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Here's a slow chopper to shortstop. Smith, good speed. Here's Abel, goes across to Slacido, and that's going to do it. 1 out. Good play by Abel. He came do or die. He charged it. Goes 6-3.
Oh, Jack.
Going to bring up Jasper Kemp. He's DHing for Rogers today.
Let's go, kid.
In the 6th spot. Jasper's got 2 hits and a walk. There's a mile-high pop-up out in the short right field. Nobody can see it. That ball's going to drop. I think the right fielder might have lost it in the lights. It hit right in front of the right fielder. So that's going to be a base hit. Jasper, that's his 3rd hit of the day. It's going to bring up Jagger. Jagger represents the tie and run. And they're going to run for Kemp again. Is that Cash again? Okay, that's Rogers. So they're going to drop the DH. Rogers is going to run for Kemp. That's going to bring up Jagger Kemp.
Mo Jag, Mo Jag.
Jag 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Here's a curveball, stays outside for a ball. Indians looking for base runners. Swung on. Here's a deep fly ball in the deep left center field.
Go.
Back to the field. Get out of here! Indians have just tied it up. Jagger Kemp with a 2-run bomb. Man, what a clutch swing right there. The Kemp brothers cross home plate at the as Jasper gets on for Jagger, and he hit a bomb out of here, left center field. He got every last bit of it. We're all tied at 7. It's going to bring up Brody Brock.
Let's go, Brody!
We got a new ball game. Washington with 2 in the top of the 8th. Adair comes back with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 8th. There's a curveball that's popped up foul. Out of play. This young man has to be laboring. He's been out there for a whole lot of pitches. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Base hit into right center field. Brock, his second hit of the day. So he represents the winning run over there at first base. Brody Brock, he took a curveball and just ripped it into right center field. That's going to bring up Dax Kahn. Dak, he got on base last time with a walk. Tried to bunt his first time. Pitcher dove for it. Runner at first thought he was going to catch it. He got forced at second. He popped up to the first baseman. Coach McQuarrie has called a meeting as Washington County's head coach comes out of the dugout. And let's see what they're going to do. He's been out there for 8 1/3 innings. What a gutty effort by this young man. And he's going to stay in the ball game. It's going to bring up.
Have fun.
It's going to bring up Kahn.
Let's go, 15.
There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Kahn squares the bunt. The ball bounces up there. Mattingly does a really good job blocking it up. One ball and no strikes.
Come on, Dax, come on, bub.
Third baseman expecting a bunt. Here's a pitch. Kahn does bunt it, but it's in foul territory down the first base line.
Don't lean back.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Come on, kid, you can do this.
Here's a pitch. Kahn. He takes his bat back. It's a call ball on the outside part. 2 balls and a strike.
Come on, 1-5. Come on, 1-5.
Kahn digs in. Here's a pitch. He tries to get it down. He fouls it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So let's see if Kahn is
Come on, bub.
still expected to bunt. Or let's see if he's going to be swinging away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He's bunting again, and he fouls it back, and he'll be out.
Now batting number 5, Alex Martin.
So Alex Martin.
Come on, 5.
He comes up with a winning run at first base. Adair County with 2 runs.
Let's go, 5. Come on, buddy. Hit your pitch.
Here in the bottom of the 8th is Jagger Kemp. Hit a 2-run home run to tie it back up at 7 apiece. Here's Martin. He takes a curveball down low for a ball.
Ball 5, ball 5.
Let's see if the Indians might have Brock in motion right here. Martin can find the gap. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. He just missed it. He got a good pitch to hit. Fouled it straight back. It's obviously a little harder to see out there in the outfield right now.
Come on, let's go 5.
Martin digs back in. Here's a pitch. Curveball's popped straight up over near the dugout, and it's going to fall. Saucedo was playing back. He got over there, reached for it, and it hit right in front of that Washington County dugout.
Go to work 5, go kid.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Let's go 5, all right, bub.
Alex Martin digs back in.
Go 5.
Here's Mackin. He's been the whole way for Washington County. There's a ball on the outside part. Brayton Coomer on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin's looking to keep it alive. Here's a curveball on the outside corner. Strike 3 call, and that'll do it for Adair County. But not before they get 2 runs on the big home run by Jagger Kemp to tie it up. We're headed to the top of the 9th, all knotted at 7 apiece.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
so talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
I don't have, I was hoping you had it. We're back. And we want to thank our video man here. Jared has set all this up through YouTube. Our scoreboard update. We were all tied at 5 after 7 innings complete. 2 in the top of the 8th, 2 in the bottom of the 8th. We're all tied up. So that scoreboard update, Adair County PVA Landing Edwards 7-7. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about property values, Landing and the team are here to help. Visit the PVA office for accurate property assessments and a friendly service. Here's a call strike at the knees. 6, 7, and 8. 122 pitches for Mackin. There's a line drive into right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. As Gist unable to catch it in the air. So Coulter with a leadoff base hit here in the 9th. That's going to bring up Taylor. Taylor walked and scored. Popped up to shortstop, grounded to third, and walked again. 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
Your way, Dak.
Taylor digs in. Kemp, he came on in relief in the 4th. Here's a call strike on the outside corner.
Watch the bunt.
Jagger's thrown the ball well. You got Coomer in expecting to bunt at third base. There's a fastball high and tight. Taylor just got out of the way of it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch. He tries to bunt it. He's going to bunt it foul. Bad decision right there by Taylor. That ball was up over his head. a break for the Indians. He bunts it foul down the first base line. He's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter on first base after the single. We're in the 9th inning, all tied up at 7 apiece. Kemp, stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Taylor strikes out. It's going to bring up Humes, the 8 hitter. He singled and scored in the 2nd. Grounded to short. Popped up to the catcher. Popped up to the shortstop. See if Washington County tries to steal a base here. Kemp down low for a ball. Dax Humes, a DH today. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up, over beyond first. Bryce Russell's going to camp on it and make the play. So after a leadoff single, Adair County stiffens up, gets the next 2 guys out. This has been a thorn in the side today. 3 for 3 and a walk. He's been on all 4 times. J.T. Smith. There's a ball just missed the outside corner.
Oh, Jimmy.
Coulter with a short lead over there at first base. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jagger had a little extra pop on that one. Threw it right by Smith. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coulter gets a short lead over there at first. He's going. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. Martin's throw down, and it's not handled by Aiden Smith. He dropped it. The throw was there in time. Aiden was just a little late getting to the bag. I think if he would have been at the bag and just reached back, received it, he had plenty of time to put the tag down. But nonetheless, Washington County with the go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs. 2 balls and a strike on the 9 hitter.
No, big
Ball
back.
3.
Come on, go at him.
J.T. Smith, he's been on all 4 times today. He's looking to keep it alive for Camden Abel, the leader for this Washington County Ball Club. Swung on and foul back. I think if you're in Adair County, you'd rather face this young man right here. I know he's 3 for 3. But Abel's that leadoff hitter. He's been there before. Go right after this young man, hitting in the 9-hole. Kemp with the stretch. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss on that 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball. Threw it right by Smith. And the Indians finally retiring. No runs on 1 base hit. They leave a runner. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th. All tied at 7 apiece.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
so talk to your kids about the risks of vaping. Because when you talk, they hear you.
A 9, Gonzalez. Ain't a 9, is it? Aiden Gonzalez. Okay. No, go ahead. We're back. We're trying to figure out the replacement on the mound for Mike. He went 8 complete today. gave up 7 runs. 5 of those were earned. What a Iron Man performance. Looks like he's going to come in and play first base. And looks like we got Aiden Gonzalez, the sophomore. He's thrown 12 in the 3rd innings, given up 20 hits, 17 runs, 13 of those runs earned, 7.38 ERA. Going to face 2, 3, and 4 for Adair County. Coomer has been pitched to 1 time. He's got 3 intentional walks and a pop-up to first base. There's a fastball that stays away. Coomer looking for a way to get on base or to end this thing. Here's a pitch. It's outside for a ball. That one wasn't even close. Coomer got to be disciplined here.
Go, Coop.
Here's a fastball. Stays away from him. 3-0. Bryce Russell on deck. He's already got 1 home run today. It's ball 4. So Coomer walks for the 4th time today. Let's see if we see Mike. Maybe we see Coach McQuarrie put Coomer in motion right here. Runs pretty well. You got Russell. Bryce today. Flied to left, flied to center. 2-run home run and a strikeout.
Come on, Bryce. Come on, Bryce. Go, Bryce.
Coomer with a short lead over there at first base. And that's going to get Coomer did not move up on the ball that got by the catcher. It hit Chili right in the mask. And he is in a lot of pain, and he's going to walk over to that Washington County dugout. And obviously there was a mix-up there. The catcher walks out to give him a little bit of time. That was vicious. I mean, it was just flesh on flesh. You could hear it from up here. That's 1 ball. First pitch, it was a fastball.
Come on, Bryce. Come on, bub.
It caught Anthony Childers right under the chin. There's a 1-0 pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Now you hear a little bit of chatter out of that Adair County dugout. They need 1 run to win it. We're all tied at 7. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Coomer's on base. Gonzalez comes set. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Don't try to kill it, just hit it.
Bryce had a big rip at it.
Come on, bud.
It was a fastball. Gonzalez comes set. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And it's going to hit Russell. He stayed in there, and it clipped him right on the elbow area. So he's going to sprint down there. So the Indians now, with the winning run at second base for Zane Gist. Zane, a tough day. He's had 3 strikeouts, sandwiched in a fly ball to left.
Come on, Zane. Battle here. Zane-o.
Gist digs in. First baseman expecting bunt. Here's a pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. Third baseman staying put.
Come on, Zane.
Not sure what the coverage is. Looks like the pitcher might be covering this side. Catcher setting up away. Gist squares. It's a fastball above the letters. This young man's got some good pop. He's throwing the ball hard for a little guy, sophomore. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coomer gets his lead at second. Gist squares. There's a ball away. 2 balls and a strike. Gonzalez has not missed any time on the inside of the plate. You got to really get up on the plate right here. His misses are away.
Come on, Niner. Grab the plate.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Gist is going to get the bunt down. They're going to go to third for the force. Got him there, and is going to be safe at first. Blanford, he fired a seed from third base over, almost doubled up Gist. So you got pretty good speed right here. So the sacrifice bunt was unsuccessful. That's going to go 3-5 on the bunt, and that's going to bring up Aiden Smith. Here's a ball away. Aiden with a home run today. Grounded to third, grounded to short, squeezed in a strikeout. First baseman still expecting bunt. Here's a call strike on the outside corner. Let's see if Coach McQuarrie might have something going here. You got Russell that runs well at second. You got Gist with great speed at first. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Line drive up the middle. That should win the ball game. Here comes Russell, and he's going to score. Adair County wins it 8-7 in dramatic fashion. Aiden Smith with a game-winning base hit as he line one right past the pitcher, up the middle into center field. Russell scores from second, and that'll do it 8-7. As the Indians are going to move to 11-7, Washington County is going to fall to 9-12. We're going to recap this thing here for you when we come back on the Indian Radio Network. Play like a
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at cisa.gov/secure our world. Then share them with family and friends.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly.
Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
We're back. We appreciate you hanging with us. The game got delayed about 30 minutes for wet field conditions. It ended up being a beautiful afternoon for baseball, and it worked out great for the Indians as they picked up their 11th win of the season as they beat the Washington County Commanders 8-7 in 9 innings. Looking at some numbers for the Indians, they had 8 runs on 10 base hits. Washington County had 7 runs on 13 base hits. And Jagger Kemp gets the win for the Indians, and the loser would be Gonzalez for Washington County. Some individual numbers for Adair County. Alex Martin, now the leadoff spot, he goes 1 for 5 today. Brayton Coomer 0 for 1, but did walk 4 times. Bryce Russell 1 for 4 with a home run. Zane Gist 0 for 5 today. Aiden Smith 2 for 5. He also had a home run, and he also had that game-winning RBI in the 9th inning on the base hit. Jasper Kemp, he went 3 for 3 today with a walk, reached base all 4 times. Jagger Kemp, he went 1 for 3 with a home run, as Brody Brock goes 2 for 4 with a home run, and that's, I think, the first home run for each of those young men, Jagger Kemp and Brody Brock. A very exciting day. Now, Dax Kahn, he went 0 for 3, but did have a walk today. And that's going to do it. The Indians, they defeat Washington County 8-7 in 9 innings. I want to thank Jared. I want to thank all our sponsors. As we're going to go through the list one more time before we sign off. Gist Construction, Franklin Nissan, Adair County PBA Landon Edwards, McDonald's, Cumberland Pipeline, Gypsy Jolie, Barger Insurance, First and Farmers National Bank, Bank of Columbia, Adair County Animal Hospital, Edward Jones, Joe Willis Financial Advisor, Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, Adair County Farm Bureau North, Boomer Lewis, Game Day Sports, and Craig Feast, Fiesta Mexico. I want to thank Roy, Adair County Board of Education. I want to thank all the board and their employees down there for always supporting Adair County Athletics. TJ Health Columbia, J&S Auto Sales, Kentucky Sanitation, and Lindsey Wilson College. And for Jared, I'm John Shelley.